is going to happen next year. If we continue with this, Pakistan may for the first time in its history find a situation where we are pushing towards a hyperinflation situation. Inshallah nahi hoga. At some point in time we'll wake up and hum hosh ke nakhun lenge and we'll change our fundamental policies. But if this trend continues, we are looking at an extremely dangerous situation. Energy crisis, all of you know about it. Without going into too much detail, bottom line इस वक्त ये है कि पीक के ऊपर 7,000 मेगावाट की शॉर्टफॉल है आपके पास. विंटर के पीक में आपके पास 1000 MSCFD से ज़्यादा की गैस शॉर्टफॉल होती है. But here is the more worrying thing. In this entire 4 years, more than 4 years of this government, the only incremental new capacity which has come on stream through a project initiated with this government is about 3000 megawatt which came in because वो pipeline में project थे, वो towards the end of the previous regime approve हुए थे, and including Anglo-Zone project that came on stream in 2009, 2010. अपनी हुकूमत के the only additional capacity which has come online are those corruption riddled RPPs who are providing between 60 to 150 megawatts only. So the demand gap has become bigger and bigger and bigger, and nothing really is happening to solve that problem. While you have these shortages, because the cost of production is very, very high, because you have not invested in revamp, you have not invested in fuel mix change, you have not made the political changes required to recover the money which is owed to PEPCO, because you have not been able to cut down on theft. In fact, theft has gone up. 7,500 मेगावाट का शॉर्टफॉल भी है, और साथ साथ 400 अरब रुपए का एक साल के अंदर आप डेफिसिट भी क्रिएट कर देते हैं, जो सर्कुलर डेट की शेप में सारी पाकिस्तान, अब मेरे ख्याल में बच्चे को भी सर्कुलर डेट का पता है. अगले साल के बजट का भी मैं बता दूं आपको कि 250 अरब रुपए तो एंड ऑफ मे ऑलरेडी एक्यूमुलेट हो चुके थे इन ओवर ड्यू पेमेंट्स टू द IPPs which are not accounted for anywhere in the next year's budget. एंड ऑफ दिस ईयर मतलब जून 30 तक तकरीबन 300 अरब रुपए का कैरी ओवर होने वाला है अगले साल के अंदर. सो ना आप उसके कॉस्ट के इश्यूज रिजॉल्व कर पा रहे हैं, ना कैपेसिटी के इश्यूज रिजॉल्व कर पा रहे हैं. गैस के ऊपर आज से 6 साल पहले LNG इंपोर्ट का प्रोजेक्ट इनिशिएट हुआ था, आज से कुछ तकरीबन 3 साल पहले वो मोर और लेस फाइनलाइज हो गया था प्रॉब्लम इशू. And for the last 3 years, with infighting between different ministries of the same government itself, the LNG import project is stuck as the gas deficit continues to become bigger and bigger and bigger. Industries have shut down in Pakistan, and more industries will shut down in the next year, I can tell you right now, because the gas deficit is going to be even bigger next year than it is this year. All of these things are connected to institutional decay. The capacity decline of the government of Pakistan is alarming, absolutely. I'm sure a lot of you have to work with different government ministries at the federal level, and you've been interacting for a number of years. I've seen such a sharp decline in capacity over the years, especially in the recent past, that it's absolutely scary. The government's ability to take rational decisions, the government's ability to coordinate decision making seems to have evaporated. I'm not exaggerating. I've had federal ministers call me up in my personal capacity and say, यार वो minister जो है वो तुम्हारी बात सुनता है, वो मेरी बात नहीं सुनता, उससे बोलो ये decision क्यों नहीं ले रहा. It's absolutely bizarre what is going to governance. At the same time, another thing has happened which frankly has not gotten the kind of response that the professional community should have provided. And now I'm out of that directly, so I can talk about it more openly. I didn't speak so openly about it because people would think it's a personal thing. There has been a wholesale violation of legal commitments by the government of Pakistan in the last 3 years, across the board, across industries, virtually unparalleled in the history of Pakistan. And those who understand a modern economy understand it's all based on sanctity of contracts. And when the sovereign does not honor its own contracts, then what the hell is going to happen to the economy? With 7,000 megawatt shortfall, there is zero investment from the private sector in the power sector, even though there is a very attractive policy in place. Why? Because the word of the government just simply not mean anything anymore. Virtually every single IPP is invoked its sovereign guarantee, and effectively Pakistan, ये कहते हुए भी डर लगता है अपना मुल्क है आखिरकार, but effectively we are on default on our local currency obligations. मुल्क फॉरेन करेंसी ऑब्लिगेशन पे तो करते हैं डिफॉल्ट, बट अर्जेंटीना और रशिया के अलावा इट हैज रेयरली हैपेंड कि डोमेस्टिक, बट दिस आईपीपी डिफॉल्ट इज इफेक्टिवली a default on local currency obligations. Therefore, the sanctity of contract is gone. The word of the sovereign means nothing. And these three things that I just talked about, the fiscal squeezing out, the energy crisis, and most importantly, the institutional decay and the loss of credibility of the sovereign are what are holding investment back. And until we resolve these three, nothing is going to happen. But having said all of this, I'll come back to saying the kind of things which made a friend of mine. CNBC ने मेरे पर एक टीवी प्रोग्राम किया जी आज से 2 साल पहले, उसमें उन्होंने मेरे दोस्तों को भी इंटरव्यू किया. तो एक मेरे दोस्त ने कहा कि असद इज इरिटेटिंगली ऑप्टिमिस्टिक. सो आई विल लिव अप टू माई reputation of being irritatingly optimistic, and I'll tell you, if we get our act together, इस इकोनॉमी में इतनी जान है कि जिसकी इंतहा कोई नहीं. This can be one of the rising stars of the world. And I'll just talk about 3 of the big things in here. This is 21st century is all about the consumer. 21st century क्या, आज से आप 300 साल पहले चले जाएं, जो कॉलोनियल निज़ाम दुनिया में आया था, what was it for? या मुल्क दूसरे मुल्कों में रॉ मटेरियल की तलाश में गए थे या मार्केट्स की तलाश में गए थे. एंड पाकिस्तान हैज बोथ. आई वाज ट्रैवलिंग टू द यूएस विद द कोक कंट्री हेड, एंड कोक बाय द वे इन पाकिस्तान इज नॉट द मार्केट लीडर. इट इज वन ऑफ द ओनली 3 कंट्रीज इन द वर्ल्ड जहां मार्केट लीडर नहीं है. तो पेप्सी की स्टोरी तो और भी ज्यादा अमेजिंग होगी. बट सिंस आई वाज ट्रैवलिंग विद द कोक कंट्री हेड, I asked him, we were supposed to talk to the American media and talk about the, I said, यार इनको क्या पता है एंग्रो क्या होता है, कोक की बात करते हैं, कोक is something they can relate to. I said, how big is Pakistani market in the coke world? And he said it's at number 30 or something. I said, that's not bad, one of the 30 biggest markets in the world. He said, yes, but if you look at contribution to growth, then Pakistan is one of the 10 biggest markets in the world for coke. And that story is repeated. चाहे सेलुलर फोन उठा रहे हैं आप, कोई भी कंज्यूमर प्रोडक्ट उठा के देख लें, पाकिस्तान इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट मार्केट्स विद द इकोनॉमी बीइंग इन द शेप दैट इट इज राइट नाउ. अगर इफ यू गेट आवर एक्ट टुगेदर, यू कैन इमेजिन व्हाट वुड हैपन देयर. So it's the combination of the 180 million and the remarkably young, because you consume more when you're young into your middle age, and we have a remarkably young population. So this probably is the single biggest. मुझसे एक दो सिंगापुर में इन्वेस्टमेंट के पूछ रहे थे कि यार एक जुमले में बताओ पाकिस्तान की स्टोरी क्या है. ऐसा मैं एक लफ्ज में सुना देता हूँ तुम्हें. इट्स कंज्यूमर. दिस इज अ ट्रेमेंडस एसेट दैट वी हैव, and even today, despite all that is going on, you would see that those companies which are addressing the needs of the consumer in product areas जहाँ हुकूमत की कोई interference ना हो, are even today doing a fantastic job. This is just one example I had given of Engro Foods, how fast it's gone. Second, as I said, are resources. The most unfortunate aspect of this energy crisis of Pakistan is that Pakistan is one of the few countries of the world which is actually energy surplus. चाहे आप traditional sources of energy देखें, which are hydrocarbons, या आप renewable sources देखें जो मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजीज इनके आ रही हैं, इन बोथ ऑफ दोज इट इज रिमार्केबल हाउ गॉड हैज ब्लेस्ड पाकिस्तान. 175 billion tons of coal in Thar alone. Engro and Sindh government have got the block 2 of Thar, which has measured reserves of 1.75 billion tons. It is, and actually the final number came out to be about 1.9 billion tons. It's just over 1% of the total inferred reserves of Thar. From that one block, we can produce 4,000 megawatts for 60 years. 4,000 megawatt from 1% of Thar. We've got at least 100 TCF of traditional gas reserves in Pakistan. People claim, this is not necessarily a fact as of right now, but people claim there could be between 70 to 100 TCF of tight and shale gas reserves in Pakistan. So we are already a major gas producer.